Morning.
To introduce to everyone, today we're joined by Mr. Rakesh Kumar Bhatnagar ji. He is the Deputy General of Voice Association. I very cordially welcome you, sir, to the Sparsh stall at IFSEC 2025. So we'll now be starting with the expert session with sir on Smart Village. So I think before we begin the session, the most basic question we could begin with is what exactly do we mean when we start talking about a smart village?
You see, all of us, we had heard about smart cities. So government had announced 100 smart cities. On the lines of smart cities, International Telecommunication Union, ITU, they had set up a group. They came out with a set of the recommendations. What could be a smart village? Because in all countries across the world, not just India, across the world, 70 to 80% of the population resides in villages. Everywhere there is a migration from rural areas to urban areas is taking place. If you go to any village, you try to find out how many engineers are residing in the village, how many doctors are residing in the village, you'll find the answer will be nil, practically nil. They may be from the village, even if they had passed out, they have done, they are having the graduation, post graduation, but they will be working outside. They will not be working. So ITU had come out with the recommendations, and once the ITU recommendations came out, we at VOICE we felt that there is a need to support ITU related activities through a practical implementation in the country. So we came out with a white paper, circulated to Department of Telecom. Based on that, Department of Telecom was quite convinced. At Pusa Agriculture Institute on 10th July 2024, a workshop was organized over there in which 150 companies they participated in that workshop. At the end of the workshop, a set of the recommendations had come and government came out with a RFP which suggested that there could be 10 smart villages working on 5G across 8 Indian states. 150 proposals again were received for that, but actually nothing came out of that. Because on 5G, no operator was in a position to support that. Airtel, Jio, they were more interested in the commercial related activities because in the rural areas, the revenue generation or the on deployment of the use cases, the revenue is going to be very, very low. So it was not of a commercial interest to the service provider, so they did support. BSNL was not having 5G, so as a result of that, the government proposal fell through. Most of the companies who had come forward, they felt that enough capabilities are there, lot of things what ITU is telling can happen, can take place within the country, but that is not happening. So that was the stage. We floated a white paper that was circulated across the country to all states. 11th June, I got an invite from the Chief Secretary and the Cabinet Secretary to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. So 11th June, I had a meeting over there. They were quite impressed what we showed. They said if it is what you are showing and if it is implemented, the GDP of the country can increase to a level above 10. That was a statement he made. I was surprised that on the very next day, I got a call that Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he had allocated 30 minutes time to us and we should be reaching on 19th of June. So I was there on 19th of June. So this captures the meeting which we had with the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. This also captures the team who has gone with me, so that team is also captured over here. And the Chief Minister also, instead of 30 minutes, almost 1 hour time slot was given. And he had called us for the meeting at his residence so that he is not disturbed. He made an announcement. We told we can make a one smart intelligent village as we had shown theoretically. He said, can you do it in next 6 months time? I told him, no, not in 6 months time. We are going to do it before 15th of August 2025, so that we expect you as the Chief Minister could make an announcement for its implementation across Maharashtra. So that was a challenge coming to us, and we accepted that challenge. It was supposed to be implemented on BharatNet bandwidth, but when we went to the village, which was selected by the government of Maharashtra, it is in Nagpur, Satnavri, rural area of Nagpur, which is the constituency of Chief Minister of Maharashtra itself. Bandwidth was not available. Then we thought what to do next. We have already made a commitment. So then, as for the alternate options are concerned, after 2-3 days, I saw our central minister. He was inaugurating a satellite-based communication facility in Bangalore. I saw that. Next day, I was in Bangalore, and that implementation was done by a voice player only. I told him, whatever is your deployment, this is required to be shifted for rural intelligent village deployment. So that was the first one. I got it. The second one, Airtel and 5G public 5G was also operational. We thought we can tap that also to some extent. Then private 5G was another option, CNPN. In Delhi at Minto Road, Lekha Wireless had deployed 5G. It is working from 15th of August. It is already operational. And I tried to tell the team, why cannot we shift this 5G to Nagpur? They tried, they could not succeed. Then I met the CMD BSNL, and we were successful in getting that also shifted. So that was another third possibility which came. Meanwhile, I was putting pressure at the Department of Telecom and Maharashtra BSNL, etc. The net result was BharatNet bandwidth also got activated. So not just one, I had 5 multiple technology options were available with me. You see, this is capturing is not in a, maybe not everyone may be in a position to see that, but the 4 technology options: satellite based connectivity, public 5G from BSNL and Airtel and Jio, private 5G in 700 megahertz band from Lekha Wireless, in 3700 megahertz band coming from Resonance, and then of course public CMPM network that was that we have deployed, and then BharatNet bandwidth also was there. Then as a next step here for your surveillance also, your cameras must be having the support of the SIMs, and the SIMs can be supported by Airtel, by Jio and other players. So we have also tried to use a SIM in which the multiple solutions can be there. You can, if you want, if the signal from satellite is to be tapped, we can go to the satellite. We want to tap 5G from BSNL, we can go to 5G BSNL, 5G Jio or CNPN network, any all options we can select. So that all those options were there. 15th August, as I had committed on LinkedIn, dedicated to the nation, India's first smart intelligent village. So with that title, it was available on the LinkedIn. Because on 15th August, Chief Minister was doing the inauguration at Bombay. It was not possible for him to come to Nagpur at Satnavri. But he agreed, and he was there on 24th he was there. I just indicate the solutions which have been, it was not just by one company. It was done by a consortium of 23 companies. I'll read out the companies who provided the complete solution. Indio Networks, Invas Technologies, Mashmari, Sparsh, Matricom, Insta ICT Solution, Neural Networks, Lekha Wireless, Resonance, Optimus Logic, Coral Telecom, Pragmata, Core Data, C. Idasu Lab, Mangal Care, Supercuticle, Resopro Solution, Sensorize, Next App, UTL, Kenstel, and Telebart. So 25 companies in all, they had joined hands together, and I will now read out the solutions. Smart agriculture through sensors. So you see the sensors were deployed on the soil. They were capturing the temperature, humidity, the nitrogen contents, so that you see they identify automatically based on the data captured by the sensors. The data was going to a router. From router, it was going to the C dot M2M platform in Delhi, and from there it was being as a web application. It was possible anyone sitting in Delhi, sitting in London, sitting anywhere across the world, he can see the status of the agriculture field in Satnavuri. So that was possible. Yesterday, we have done tried to make a demo to the European Union people. They had agreed for a 30-minute slot, but it continued for 75 minutes. And we showed the actual this one live data based on the soil contents, nitrogen and other chemicals, etc. in the soil. They identify whether there is an additional fertilizer is required to be added to the soil or not. Once it is identified, automatically drone as a service is also available, and drone as a service is contracted that this field needs a the fertilizer spraying. If required, pesticide spraying is also possible. Now, as far as the parameters of the field are concerned, the complete data is available in the system. Drone is not required to be told which field he is required to go in. So as a result of that, straight away one can go to the field, do the pesticide spraying and this. If there's a fire, next step, in the same field, drone can carry fire extinction fireballs also, which are storing some chemicals. They are dropped from a height, the ball bursts, and the chemical powder available in the balls, it extinguishes the fire. So you see automatic arrangements for that also is there. So this is on smart agriculture. Then we are having the fishery solution. You see in this, there is a picture. This is the sensors, and this is also solar powered sensors are there. The actual sensor part is just small like this. Rest is only a pole is there, which is just capturing the data, sending it right up to the Delhi on the communication network, of course. As for the ponds are concerned, the fish cultivation may be there, but if there's adequate levels of the dissolved oxygen in the water, the fish can survive. If adequate water oxygen content is not there, fish growth will not take place. So that also is being monitored in the ponds. Then spraying I've just mentioned, smart street lighting. You see, all lights are on. In the village, you see at the night time, there are many areas where light is not really required. So smart lighting is done. If anyone is walking into that area, the lights become on. Otherwise, in the normal course, they are off. So you can save the electricity. Then is surveillance. CCTV cameras are there. Uh, with the Sparsh cameras being installed over there, two thefts have taken place at Satnavuri. Based on the recordings, we were able to identify who were the culprits. They were identified, and the stolen items were recovered as well. So normally that does not happen in urban areas, but we are able to get it done in a rural areas at Satnavuri. Then, as far as the drinking water is concerned, whether the water we are drinking is safe or not. So again, some sensors are there. Again, some monitoring is there. Quality is being monitored, and on the basis of that, whatever water is being pumped through the pipe water in the village, so we are ensuring that it is within the acceptable limits. When on 24th I had made a presentation to the chief minister. That day, the values were very close to unacceptable values. So I told the chief minister immediate action is required, and the very next day the improvement of the quality had taken place, because there's some chemicals are required to be added in the water tanks, etc. So that was done, and quality improved. We are having comprehensive rural health systems. There's a health ATM is there, health machine is there. In Delhi, you may be visiting Dr. Lal's path lab. Maybe 200 tests can be done. So the same type of tests, the machine is available. 200 tests can be carried out, and within 15 minutes, the reports get generated. And then step two, with the report in your hand, the patient, in the teleconsultation process, he gets in touch with the doctor at Nagpur, Bombay, or Ahmedabad. Yesterday we had done it to London. Doctor was there at London, so that call we had made, that was made to a doctor in London. So he sees the reports. Seeing the reports, he does the even ECG also can be sent across. As a result of the teleconsultation, he on his laptop he enters whatever values are there. It is not nothing required to be printed. It goes to the computer at Satnavari, and there's a medicine chest is also available, in which normally usable medicines are available. So in that process, you see 15 minutes time, you get the tested, you get the report generated, you do the consultation, and you are ready with the medicine as well. So even in Delhi, the sequence is not all that fast. You go to Last lab in the morning, you get the report in the evening, and then next day you go to the doctor. So within 15 days, 15 minutes time, you are able to get this process completed. Then on digital learning, that is another area. Anganwadis are there, schools up to class 7, and 2 days back we have added the solution for the science subjects going up to the class 12, preparing for the competitive examination. So that part is also added. The entire village is converted to a Wi-Fi hotspot. When at your home, you may be having the entire house covered with a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you are able to make the Wi-Fi calls, Wi-Fi data, making use of your computer, etc. So we have converted the entire village into a Wi-Fi hotspot. So anywhere in the village, one can have the Wi-Fi coverage. So that also is functional. Then environmental impact of the assessment. So that part also is being getting captured on the emissions, energy usage, soil nutrition. So then is the central network management control. So that also is available. Then everything is possible. We are having a C dot dashboard. It is possible to capture everything, whatever is there live in the dashboard. Then PM Vani and ONDC enabled services are there. You can manage your agriculture, birth, death records, certificates, rates on the nearby markets, opportunities for the artisans in the village, access to the retailers in the village to access the national markets. There is a public protection and disaster management system and emergency alert system that is also there. In addition, the smart waste management is also there. And as for the health of the people is concerned, same is the case with the health of the animals. So for animals also, one use case is there. A band is tied on the neck of the cows, etc., and 7 8 parameters are being monitored, like the temperature, the blood pressure, and many other parameters, which indicate how is the health of the cow. So that you are getting. So in a way, you see whatever very important aspect in the beginning I had mentioned about the migration from rural to urban areas. At Satnavari, we have given employment to 4 people from the village who are working at Nagpur and in Bombay, they have migrated back to Satnavari. They were the engineers from Satnavari, but had taken employment, and they are the one who are providing support to all our 23 companies' solutions. They are the one when any minister or any dignitary comes to the village, so they are the one to showcase on behalf of all these 25 companies. So that is in all. Uh, Tonight again I'm traveling to Satnavari because it seems tomorrow Maharashtra State Assembly is having the session from Monday to Friday at Nagpur, and tomorrow all secretaries will be available. So Chief Secretary, Health Secretary, Education Secretary, multiple secretaries in Government of Maharashtra, they are going to come to Satnavari. I'm told that 7 to 8 ministers are also likely to be visiting Satnavari. I will get an opportunity to present India's first smart intelligent village to our Honorable Minister, Mr. Sindhya ji, also on 16th. So I'm having a 30-minute slot, and that slot also a presentation I'm going to make through the dashboard, C.dashboard, in which the live use cases also from Satnavari will be captured and showcased to the minister. So that is in all from my side. So a dustbin is also going. You see, we have installed a smart dustbin also, in which also the sensors are there. They track the what is the uh, gases being generated inside, because if there's a how much it is full. So waste management part also, that also is being done through the sensors.
Honestly, wow. Honestly, this all sounds so amazing. I feel like these are things that can also be like even urban areas can learn from some of these things, like as you mentioned about the waste management itself. So I would love to hear, of course, we've got Satnagiri. How do you plan to expand from here and use this as an example going forward?
Okay. Now you see, when the inauguration was there on 24th, Chief Minister, because I told him we will be ready by 15th of August. The next ball is in your court to make an announcement. He did make a public announcement that there are 358 talukas in Maharashtra, and all 358 talukas are going to have 10 smart intelligent villages. So that is 3,580 smart intelligent villages. All of them will be operational by 31st March 2027, with 75 already being announced for installation by 31st March 2026. We have already shared the spec with the government of Maharashtra. We are working as a team, and all of us, including Sparsh, are part of the next set of the deployment for these 75. And once we are successful in 75, I am quite sure we as a consortium team should be in a position to deliver even 3,580. Requests are already there from Andhra Pradesh, UP, Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, Madhya Pradesh. So you see, these are the requirements coming in from multiple locations. But there's a saying, a bird in hand is better than two in bush. So we felt, let us complete at least the first 75 till 31st March. Only after that we'll take up the next sets. And then all these 25 companies, they were small companies. Sparsh, of course, is a company, a bigger company, but all others were startups, SMEs with a turnover 10 crores, 15 crores, 20 crores. Now we are giving an opportunity to them to scale up to the levels of 100, 500 crores, etc. Many of them will be touching that level by 2027. I'm quite sure on that.
That honestly, that's so great to hear. I think just as like a final question, I know Sparsh is involved in this, but is there anything that we as individuals can contribute to in this whole initiative that's going around?
So I've already told the Sparsh team some improvements are required. So because I was telling that, you see, when surveillance is there, and there are 10 Sparsh cameras also are installed, but the type of the results which we are able to tap from them online, So that part is lacking. So I think I've just talked in detail today, and I'm quite sure that something is definitely going to happen. And by the time I make a presentation to the minister on 16, I should be in a position to feed from each of the cameras. I will select anyone and see that okay, what is visible from there. If say camera number two is showing the healthcare solution, so then ministers sitting in Delhi can see that okay, the process which I just explained, he can see that live. So that is the advantage of surveillance, your cameras and this one. So up to now, that tapping was not done up to now to the expected level because, but now your team knows about that. Corresponding necessary actions will be taken, and it should improve.
Thank you so much, sir. This has
Okay.
been very, very, very informative. And thank you for joining us for this
Okay.
session.
Okay.